And you're listening to the Sportsman Report, Mike and Rob.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Sportsmen Media is back with our first official episode after a long hiatus of just life being in the way and being very busy for both me and Rob. Speaking of which, Mr. Rob has welcomed in a beautiful baby girl this weekend. So huge congratulations to Rob and Michelle on their new addition to their family. And shout out to him to why he's not here today. But I know he wants to be. So where do we start? Oh boy. So many things going on in the sports world. Some things that we never thought we would ever see in the sports world. Of course, the biggest news probably circulating in sports right now is Shohei Ohtani's huge $700 million deal. Absolutely mind-boggling and insane to even think about. We'll get into that in a minute. One thing I kind of wanted to start with and kind of get off my chest a little bit. I don't know how you guys are feeling about the NBA these days, but NBA apparently did a thing this year where they had an NBA in-season tournament of some kind to start the season. I don't know if I really get it. I don't know if I understand why they're doing it. I mean, I understand their reasons. They're trying to, I guess, incite people about the NBA again, get people excited about the NBA again. I don't know. I think it's kind of dumb. The whole point of the NBA season is the journey to the championship. Why are they having a mini championship in the middle of the season? Doesn't make quite a lot of sense to me. Sorry, woke up a little bit of a sore throat this morning. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, are we just giving the Lakers another reason to say they've won something? I mean, is it a desperate attempt for NBA to get fans back? I mean, I think if they just stay out of the political space, NBA probably would be doing better. If they stop letting the NBA get political, stop letting athletes like LeBron ruin the sport. I saw videos they're doing champagne celebrations in the locker room after winning the NBA in-game tournament. I mean, is this really something that we need to be doing champagne celebrations about? I just, I don't know. Maybe you guys can leave some comments, either in chat or after the video. What your thoughts are on the NBA in-season tournament? Do you think this was a smart move by the NBA? Is this something that you want to see the NBA continue moving forward? Is there a way to maybe make it better or make more sense? I just don't see, I don't know. I just don't get a whole tournament before the actual main tournament. Like, winning this in-season tournament, I think means absolutely dog shit. I don't think it means anything for a team. Like, I just don't get it. The main reason is to win a championship, and I think that's what we really need to focus on. Are the Lakers, yeah, I mean, off to a good start. A lot better than they were last year. But I don't think it means anything until they bring home the trophy at the end of the season. That's kind of just my thoughts on that. Let me know what you guys think. I think even I saw a video of Kevin Hart calling out LeBron live on some kind of stream about flopping. I mean, I don't know. I think he's ruined the sport on the champagne thing. I don't know. let me know what you guys think. But moving on to the big story of the day. Shohei Ohtani, $700 million 10-year deal with the Los Angeles Dodgers. I do have my Angels Shohei Ohtani jersey on. Still not ready to let go. Even though, I mean, deep down I knew that he was not coming back to the Angels. If we're being honest. Did I still have hope? Did I hold out a little bit of hope that he would come back? Sure. Of course. I did hold out a little hope that he would come back to the Angels. But, I mean, it was a long shot. It was a long shot. My hope started growing. More reports were coming out that the Angels were still in the mix of it. You know, other teams were kind of letting leak that they had met with Ohtani. The Dodgers really let leak that they met with Ohtani. So I was really hoping that would hurt the Dodgers' chances. Out of all the teams that he could have went to, the Dodgers were my, obviously, you know, least favorite location for him to go to. Just across town. The only good side, I guess, on that is that we'll still get to see. I'll still get to see Ohtani play. You know, I love Ohtani. I got nothing against Ohtani. I got a lot against the Dodgers, but nothing against Ohtani. Definitely one of the best players of our generation. However, $700 million, $70 million a year for a single player is bananas. I don't see why this. I see why this makes sense business-wise. They're going to make a killing off of having Ohtani between all the deals, the Japanese deals. I mean, the guy's treated like a god in his own country. Like, they're going to make probably double in this, at least double in this 10 years of that $700 million back between ticket sales, revenue, jersey sales. You know, I heard it on what was it, Talking Baseball. They're probably going to make like $200 million in the first 2 months of this deal. We're already back from just the initial ticket sales, initial suites, season tickets, all the jersey sales, all the merchandise, all the ad revenue, all the sponsorships that they're going to get automatically for the next 10 years with Shohei being on the team. It includes no opt-outs, so Shohei cannot opt out. The Dodgers obviously, I think, can trade him. I don't know if there was a no-trade clause in there. I don't know if I remember reading that or not. I think it would make sense that there's a no-trade clause. I don't know who would take on this contract. The Dodgers would have to eat a lot of money if they ever tried to trade him down the road. But it just doesn't make sense to me. You're paying one guy. Yes, he's kind of like buying two players. So if you take $70 million, split that in half, it's $35 million a year per player. Okay, not unreasonable. However, he's had his second elbow surgery. He's going to be able to throw again, but he's not guaranteed to be good. You have no idea what a pitcher is going to be like after surgery. Now, you can take his track record. Okay, first surgery, came out, great. Second surgery, though, on the elbow. Now it's on a different part of the elbow. I guess like the first surgery was either on the top or bottom, and now this one's, you know, on the other opposite end. So you could make the case, okay, well, the other repair is still good. Now the new repair on a new section means that's not going to happen again. You can't guarantee that. It's really going to come down to how well of a pitcher he's going to be, whether this deal is a bust or not. I'm kind of glad he didn't come back to the Angels, especially at this price. I think it would almost guarantee that the Angels would not be competitive for the next 10 years because this is a third of the salary cap you're paying for one player. Now, I get that there's going to be deferments. We don't have all the details on that there's going to be some deferments, so everyone's speculating that his salary cap hit is probably going to be closer to $50 million, but $50 million on the salary out of, I think, 263 is the cap number. I'm going to take a look here and re-look up what it is on the cap. But still, $50 million to that is still going to be, you know, a lot of money. The cap, $237 million is the luxury tax threshold for the cap. So $50 million, you know, a fourth, fifth of the way there on one player when you got to pay for 40. You know, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense that they can stay competitive. Now, they already have a high salary. They have other people on the team. They got Mookie Betts. They got Freddie Freeman. They got, you know, Max Muncy. They got great people. They added Jason Hayward. Pitching, though, still the question for the Dodgers. The Dodgers definitely need to up their game on some pitching. I know they are in the mix for that new Japanese pitcher. And, you know, I think there's a high likelihood that he does sign with the Dodgers. It's being reported, I think, that like New York right now has the edge on him, that he's probably headed to New York. But I always had a good sense of, from the comments of him saying he wanted to play with another Japanese player, that wherever Ohtani signed, I have a good feeling that he's going to want to sign, and vice versa. If he were to sign first, I had a good feeling if he would have went to, you know, the Blue Jays, or like they were talking about, there's a good chance Ohtani could have ended up with the Blue Jays. You know, we haven't had any details of what other offers were. I feel like the Dodgers probably offered $100 million more than anyone else, just because I think 700 is insane for anyone to offer. I think most people were probably in the $600 million range in their offers, which is a little bit more reasonable. Still not. But I know there's, like I said, there's a lot of deferred money to lower the cap. You know, this just brings into question, though, is, you know, Shohei Ohtani wants to win, but does he really want to win? I mean, taking that much money limits the resources a team can go after, unless they just want to pay extremely high luxury tax for years to come. Like, they just get that luxury tax. I mean, it like doubles almost like every year what they're paying. Like, not a very smart business move to pay that much luxury tax. So I don't know. You know, it's a sad day for the Angels and a good day for the Angels all at the same time. We're not stuck with a heavy contract. Yes, he's the best baseball player we've ever seen, but the Angels can go out and get 3 solid players for that. We can go get 2 solid front-of-the-end rotation starters and a solid bat in the infield or the outfield to help ensure this. Leave some flexibility for a trade. Angels don't have a whole lot of trade pieces, but you know, we'll get into that a little bit here. But so $700 million for 10 years. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. How many World Series do they need to win? I think minimum 2. I think really realistically 3. All the money they put down on this, and depending on who else they're going to sign this year, like 2 to 3 World Series in 10 years, or, you know, contract is a bust. I don't know. Is it worth it even if they don't win? Just to have Shohei on your team? You know, modern day Babe Ruth. I don't know. I just know it's better for the Angels that they don't have this huge contract. I think, like I said, you need a well-balanced team, and it's kind of the Angels' problem. They put all their eggs in one basket. You can't win with just 1 player or 2 players. You got to have a solid 9 players, which the Dodgers do right now. But as we go along, those bigger contracts they have are going to expire. They're not going to be able to afford the new contracts for them. So what do the Dodgers do in the future to stay competitive? Do they just stay modern day Yankees without the rings and continue to pay a bunch for players every year? You know, we'll see. I guess come opening day, we'll see if he's healthy. You know, we'll see if he struggles out the bat, if he's just right back to where he was. You know, you see all these big contracts signed every year, and the players have a steep decline a lot of times after these big contracts. I don't think there's a whole lot of history of players getting better after signing their big deal. Hopefully he does. I wish Shohei Ohtani the best. You know, I'd love to see him win, but I don't want to see the Dodgers win. Simple as that, I guess. Simple as that. But with that, we're going to get into here the MLB free agency. We'll dive a little bit into the free agency. What free agent players, top free agent players are left here on the market. We'll break it down by position. Here we got, excuse me guys, sorry. Still working with that sore throat here to start, but we're going to work it by position players. So at the catcher position right now, we got, and just in order of war, Gary Sanchez, 31 years old, probably the top catcher left on the market currently. Free agent wise, Mitch Garver. Victor Caratini signed a 2-year deal with Houston on December 7th, so he's off the board. Tom Murphy and Roberto Perez, kind of the top 5 there in the free agent catcher market. Not a whole lot of flashy catchers out there. I know the Angels talked about potentially bringing back Martin Maldonado, maybe as a backup. Obviously, the catchers, Angels rookie catchers, is going to be their starter moving forward after getting rid of Max Stassi, which he went to the Braves, and then the Braves got rid of him to the Brewers. Was it the Brewers I saw this morning for cash? No, White Sox. Trade him to the White Sox for cash considerations and a player to be named later. So Max Stassi making his moves around the market. I like Max Stassi. I thought he had a lot of pop, a lot of character. It sucks that he was out last season. He was injured, but then he had that, medical condition with his son, being born way premature, and so he was out the rest of the season taking care of his family. Wish him all the best. Free agent first basemans, we got Raj Hoskins, 31 years old, 2.3 RAR, Carlos Santana, Brandon Belt, Donovan Solano, and Garrett Cooper as the top first baseman choices there. We also got some names from the past like Eric Hosmer, who's been really on the decline, Luke Voigt, Jake Lamb, Joey Votto, which is was on the list, but I believe he's retired, and he's also 40. But so some decent, solid first basemen there, and that someone could go and pick up. Second baseman's, top second baseman still on the free agent market. We got Elvis Andrews, 35, Whit Merrifield, 35, Tony Kemp, 32, Colton Wong, and Adam Frazier. We got Rodin Odor as well on there. I don't know if he's going to get signed by anyone. I think everyone's pretty much done with him. Not a whole lot of prospects. Elvis Andrews, the top one on that, 35 years old, of the second baseman free agent market. I could see the Angels going out and signing a veteran like Elvis Andrews to kind of add depth to their infield. That's a potential thing there. Shortstops, we got Ahmad Rosario at 28 years old. Brandon Crawford. Tim Anderson. Jose Iglesias just signed a minor league deal with the Mets. Paul DeJean signed a one-year deal with Chicago. Kike Hernandez also on the list there. Brandon Crawford and Ahmad Rosario, obviously the top two, I think, picks there. Brandon Crawford, though, is getting up there in age. Isaiah Kinner, also an option on there. Third baseman, we get into the bigger names here. We got Matt Chapman. It's going to be interesting to see where his contract goes now. He's 31 years old, right in the middle of his prime. Prime for a big contract. One of the bigger bats available on the free agent market this season. His contract just went up with Shohei Ohtani's announcement of his contract being so big. Everyone's contract has gone up now with the announcement of what they've paid to Shohei Ohtani. But Matt Chapman, then you got the veteran Justin Turner, 39 years old. Going to be interesting to see where he ends up, if he ends up anywhere. Matt Chapman, that's going to be a story that we'll follow. Jameer Candelario, he signed a 3-year deal with Cincinnati. He was the number 3 shortstop. He's off the list. You got Gio Urshela, the former Angel. Josh Donaldson, 38 years old. Evan Longoria, 38 years old. God, all these players that are 38 and 40 that we watched kind of grow up, making me feel old. Making me feel old. Eduardo Escobar, 35. Brian Anderson. Gene Segura. Matt Duffy, former Angel. So, Matt Chapman. I wish the Angels could sign Matt Chapman and get rid of Anthony Rendon, to be honest. Can we get rid of Anthony Rendon? Can he go to the Dodgers, too? Dodgers, can you take Anthony with you? So you guys just handing out money? You can take over his contract for us. The Angels could find a way to get rid of him. Maybe just let him go and pay the cash and sign Chapman, so it's not on the salary cap. That'd be cool. I even take Josh Donaldson over Anthony Rendon. That's saying a lot. Left fielders now. Let's go. We got Lourdes Gurriel Jr., 30 years old. Jock Peterson, Tommy Pham, David Peralta, Michael Brantley, Joey Gallo. All top picks there. Eddie Rosario. He's only 32. He might be a good backup depth piece. Andrew Pollock, 36. Willie Calhoun signed a minor league deal with the Angels on December 7th as well. I wouldn't mind still seeing Jock Peterson come over to the Halos. Add to that outfield that we need. Obviously, Halos losing some key outfield pieces. Center fielders, we got Cody Bellinger. Another top free agent, probably right up there with Matt Chapman as top free agents this winter. Looking to see where they sign. There's rumors that he's going to go back to the Cubs. Which I may think that would be kind of cool. The Cubs are getting there. They're getting competitive. Cubs are in a window where they could add a few key pieces and have a chance to really make a run at it late in October. So it might be cool seeing him return to the Cubs there. Kevin Kiermaier at 34. Michael Taylor at 33. Adam Duvall, Aaron Hicks. Former high school rival Jake Marisnik from Pauley. We were playing on his pony team back in the day. Rob played with him too. He's a free agent. And then right fielders, we got Teoscar Hernandez. Pretty good outfit. Hunter Renfroe. Jason Hayward was on there. Just signed a 1-year deal with the Dodgers. Randall Gerchik. Will Myers. Cole Calhoun, former Angel. Wouldn't mind bringing him back as a depth piece. 1-year deal or something. And then designated hitters. We got J.D. Martinez, George Soler, Andrew McCutcheon, Daniel Volgabach, and Jess Winker are the top free agent designated hitters. I like how they have Tommy La Stella on here. Tommy La Stella is not a DH. It's not a bona fide DH type player. I don't know why he's on that list, but he is on that list. Nelson Cruz retired and off the list. George Soler would be someone cool to kind of Angels that could potentially sign. Might add some a little bit of excitement, I guess, to the lineup. He's 32. Something to get on a reasonable short-term deal. Would be pretty cool on that. And then, of course, obviously the most sought-after pitcher now on the free agent market is none other than the Japanese guy Yamamoto. I think is how you pronounce his name. Yamamoto, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. I'm not going to pronounce his first name again. Age 25 with a 1.21 ERA in the Japan Baseball League. So he's been posted. Waiting now. I think his signing is now going to be intimate now that Ohtani is off the market. I think Ohtani, obviously the number one everyone was looking for. Number two player that everyone is now looking for is Yamamoto. By far is going to be that. So, number one starting pitcher. I wouldn't hate it if the Angels went after him. It'd be an Angel move. Although talking to being friends with Ohtani, he's probably told him to stay clear of the Angels. So it's probably not even going to be a thing. Probably not even. Yeah, probably won't even be a thing, to be honest. If we're being honest, you know what I mean. So, but who knows? Time will tell on that. The rumors are really saying he's going to New York, which I would believe. I wouldn't doubt if that's where he's going to end up. Other free agent pitchers here on the mark. The Angels could go after Blake Snell. He's 31. Sonny Gray just signed a deal with St. Louis. Aaron Nola signed an extension with the Phillies. I was kind of excited for him to be on the free agent market too, but he signed an extension. Jordan Montgomery, Clayton Kershaw, Brandon Woodruff, Marcus Stroman. Kyle Gibson signed a 1-year deal with St. Louis. Michael Wacha, who's 32. Eduardo Rodriguez signed a 4-year deal with Arizona. I was kind of surprised on that. But Arizona's got a good young team. So it does make a lot of sense when you really think about it. Zach Greinke's still in the free agent market. He's 40. Corey Kluber. Most of the rounds up, most of the solid free agent starters. You got Sean Manaea, Frankie Montas, former A's. Noah Syndergaard's back on the free agent market. If you could get Thor for a cheap multi-year deal, I don't think I'd hate it. He's definitely not what he used to be. But I don't think I would hate it. It's really the top starting pitchers on the market there. We got some relief pitchers. Ronaldo Lopez, he signed a 3-year deal though. Top reliever on the market with Atlanta. We got Josh Hader on the market still. Hector Neres. Craig Kimbrell signed a 1-year deal with Baltimore. We got Matt Moore. Joe Jimenez signed a 3-year deal with Atlanta. David Robertson, Chris Stanton, Dylan Floro. Colin McHugh from the Astros there. Charles Chapman's on there. Liam Hendricks. Nick Martinez signed a 2-year deal with Cincinnati. So still some solid solid bullpen pieces to be picked up and had. We'll be following the free agent market week to week here for any new breaking signings and everything. It's our goal to be having a live show or episode aired at least once a week here moving forward for Sportsmen Media. So that's going to round up pretty much the market. Of course, obviously the other big news too, Juan Soto traded from the Padres to the New York Yankees, adding a really good bat to the New York Yankees lineup. Yankees looking for a bounce back season because they didn't even make the playoffs this past season. Boston and the Yankees both not in the playoffs. That's, you know, kind of unheard of that neither one of them made the playoffs. But Yankees looking for that back bounce season, need some strong pitching. I think Yankees still need to go after it, get a couple more pieces, like they're trying to get, like I said, Yamamoto really would shore up that rotation to make the Yankees a threat again in the East, with every team just getting better and better. It's going to be a wild off season, and we'll continue to monitor it. But let's get into the NFL a little bit, shall we? Shall we get into the NFL? Go over just some updates on the NFL. The NFL is seeing red these days. NFL has a new face of the NFL, and I'm sure you've seen her. New face. And that face is Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift, your new face of Sunday Night Football in the NFL. Boy, I think there's more Taylor Swift news about the NFL than there is actually about the NFL these days. Taylor Swift, obviously someone that's bigger than the NFL. More fans than the NFL. She set the NFL on fire with her relationship with Travis Kelce. Good for him. Good for him. Couldn't be happier. I really don't care. I know a lot of people are up in arms about this. Like, they want Taylor Swift to go away. She's ruining football. Oh, my God. All this kind of stuff. I'm like, you know, who cares? Let them date. They want to date. I couldn't care. I mean, it's kind of shown that, you know, the Chiefs need her there to win, though, because when she's not there, they're not doing so hot. They need that T-Swift power. And so hopefully she attends their games if they really want to win the rest of the season. I mean, they're 8-4 currently. But it's definitely shown a difference when she's not in attendance to how Travis Kelce is playing. So, love her, hate her, I don't know. I think it's just funny. I think it's funny. Going over the standings here, we got the American AFC and NFC. Looking at our early standings here, we have Miami Dolphins 9-3. Miami Dolphins. I don't know if I've been saying those words in before, but 9-3 at the top of the AFC East. A very weak AFC East, to say the least. New England Patriots in the gutter, feeling those Tom Brady woes. New York Jets also in the gutter. Buffalo Bills pulling out at 500, 6-6. Miami running away with that division there. AFC North, we got the Baltimore Ravens in first, followed by the Cleveland Browns, Pittsburgh Steelers, and Cincinnati Bengals. Ravens way out in front, 9-3. Browns hanging in there, looking to make the playoffs this year and try and make a run at it. Steelers hanging in there as well, 7-6, and the Bengals just down there at the bottom at 500. Jacksonville Jaguars, another team, not thinking that would be saying they're in first place currently, at 8-4, followed by my Indianapolis Colts, which to me is a big surprise. I really thought the Colts were going to go in the crapper. They lost their quarterback. He got injured right in the beginning of the season. Colts have been making a run at it. We've won 4 in a row. Start off the season rough. 4 in a row. Those got us right back in playoff contention, 7-5, right behind the Jaguars. And the Texans right on our heels at 7-5. And Tennessee Titans 4-8, all the way at the bottom there. AFC West. Kansas City Chiefs are 8-4 at the top of the division. Shocker there. Denver Broncos 6-6. Chargers 5-7, and the Raiders. Thought the Raiders would do a little bit better, but the Raiders obviously not feeling the Vegas power. Have not really done much since moving to Las Vegas. 5-7 for Rob's Lonely Raiders. Over in the NFC now, we got the NFC East. Mike Trout's Eagles killing it, 10-2. First in the division, the Cowgirls, 9-3, not doing so bad this year themselves. They've won 4 in a row. 9-3, second division. Scott's New York Giants, 4-8, sucking up the NFC East last place, sharing it with the Washington Commanders, who I think they said they're trying to change their name again. I don't know. Maybe you guys can leave some comments. Tell me, what should the Washington Commanders change their name to? What's a better name for? I mean, the Washington Commanders definitely better than the Washington football team. But should they change their name again? Let me know. NFC North, Detroit Lions, shocker, at first place, 9-3. The Lions winning 9-3 so far. At first in the division, behind the Vikings, the Packers 6-6, and the Bears 4-8 at the bottom. No surprise there. NFC South, Atlanta Falcons 6-6, Tampa Bay Buccaneers 5-7, New Orleans Saints 5-7, and the Panthers, oh my, already eliminated from the playoffs mathematically, 1-11. Good Lord. And last but not least, the NFC West. San Francisco 49ers at the top of the division. No shocker there, 9-3. Some are predicting the 49ers are going to win the Super Bowl this year. There were several predictions, I think, out there. I think the Madden prediction, had the 49ers winning, if I'm not mistaken. But I saw a couple of them trying to say that they were going to win. I don't see it, but who knows? Maybe. Los Angeles Rams not doing too well, but they're on a 3-game win streak. They're 6-3. Starting to turn things around late in the season. Seattle also 6-3, but they're on a 3-game losing streak. Cardinals sucking up the division, 3-10, with a 1-game win streak. So playoff race is starting to shape up here for the 2003. Current AFC playoff rankings got the Dolphins, Ravens, Kansas City Chiefs, Jaguars, Cleveland Browns, and Indianapolis Colts rounding out the top 7. NFC, we got the Eagles, 49ers, Detroit, Atlanta, Cowboys, Vikings, and Packers in the top 7. Packers do got a tiebreaker over the Rams. So we're going to be following that week to week, as well as we may get some live play-by-play action commentary for some football games upcoming here soon, as well as maybe even some basketball games here soon on the channel. Make sure you guys join the Discord if you have not joined the Discord either. Discord is where we kind of live stream some of the games sometimes as we're doing play-by-plays, whether it's baseball, basketball, football. So make sure you guys join the Discord. Hit that like and subscribe button if you guys have not already. Next up on the list here, is the Angels' broken heart. Hello, Dodger fans. There you go. Angels giving Dodgers the bird for stealing Shohei Ohtani. It has been a crazy wild offseason so far. But Angels' broken hearts still heal. Hopefully the Angels can get at least a couple top starting pitchers on the market, whether it's Yamamoto, Blake Snell, trade for someone like Bieber, something. The Angels will pull something out of their hat. Whether it's going to be successful or not, that's going to be yet to seen. I hope you guys have enjoyed us live here again on the channel. We'll be live again next week. We'll be live again in a week. Looking to go live potentially every Sunday from here on out, live or with some videos being released. Thank you guys for joining us here on Sportsmen Media. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. Hit those likes and comment below. Give me some questions, feedback. If you guys would like to be a guest on the show, you can reach out via our Discord or email. Links are in the description. And maybe we can set something up. Email and shoot me your credentials, resume to why you should be on the show. And we may have you on. Until next time, though.